Hello, dynamic stars. How are you today? I'm back! And today we are going to talk about my favorite Orisha, deity, god, goddess, whatever term you want to use. And that energy, that deity is Seker. So come on back. Let's go. Hello, dynamic stars. Welcome back to the channel. This is Zurri 22 coming to you, as always, to bring your intuition to the fore, to bring you more into your life. So, yes, I've been away for a while. I know. You guys know me by now. I do these sojourns to bring myself to where I need to be. So many downloads in this last 2 months. It's insane. But over the next few videos, you're going to see what has been going on, what's been happening, and I can show you some of the things that maybe you've been seeing on your path. But for today, for this video, we are talking about the deity Seker. Seker from the Egyptian Pantheon, and we're going to be looking into the Minutater, Volume 1 by Raoul Nefer-Amen. He did a lot of work to bring back the teachings from that time. And Seker, I'll also put a picture in right here. You'll see it. But I just wanted you to see, hopefully you can see this. This is Seker here, seated hawk. I'm keep moving it just so that you can see, hopefully. So when I say Seker, a lot of people go, oh my gosh, why? Why do we want to talk about Seker? Because Seker is so high on the tree of life, right? It is number 3. So back up for those of you who are maybe not familiar with this particular pantheon. There is a tree of life where the different energies, the different deities sit. The first triad is at the top, the middle triad, of course, in the middle, the bottom triad here. So how this works is we as humans, according to this particular cosmology, we begin at the lower triad and work our way up to the higher triads, however you like to say it. And down here, we find that we have the lower triad is Bastet, Sebek, and Hetepu. The middle triad is Heru, Hetepu, and Ma'at. And then the upper triad is Seker, Tuhuti, and Oser. I studied the Egyptian pantheon, or not studied so much as worked with directly through meditation and studied the Egyptian pantheon, the basic tree of life deities for 12 and a half years actively. And since the time that I stopped actively working with them, I didn't stop. I thought I did. You know how the brain works. And then I came back to it full force. So, as I was saying, humans work from the bottom and move and evolve up to the top. So, with Seker being in the upper top triad, the first one in the upper triad, that is the transition point, the point from the middle to the upper. So there's going to be challenges with it. And that's why I don't think people really give a lot of credence or a lot of credit to Seker openly, because it's a challenging position to be in, as well as what it is being asked for in Seker is also challenging. Seker is all about function. It's about purpose. It's about, your need to be your raison d'être, right? So it gets tough because we don't want to hear about that. We want to know how good it feels, how good it looks, how good it smells and tastes. We want all of that. That stuff's in the lower triad. That is all of the Hetepu and feel good, and the Sebek makes you laugh, and all that communicative stuff. That's where we have our internet. That's where we get all of that stuff from. That's the lower triad. Function is necessary. We need the lower triad. I'm not saying we don't need it. It's just as we progress up, we find other uses for those energies, because within each and every sphere, which in each and every deity, you find a tree. So are you operating at the highest level of that deity, or are you functioning out of the first triad of that deity? I mean, it gets into that kind of thing. So with Seker, we are just regular basic, let's talk about Seker. As I've mentioned in other videos where I'm doing readings, it is the foundation, it is the structure, it is the skeleton of the thing that you're doing. And without the basic structure in place, you're going to have some problems, because as you're building yourself up to this next level, to your evolved level, it's going to get difficult if you don't set up yourself properly. What do I mean by that? Now let's take us as our individuals. You want to level up, you've gotten past your triggers, you can spot them, and you're not, reacting, right? So that's here at Seker. You're like, yes, I can see that. You got your nose up in the air because, you think you got all of this stuff together, and you do, right? So now, how do you put your spiritual house in order? What does that mean? Do you know how you're going to be moving forward with, yes, your spiritual life, your career, your family, your extracurricular activities, your side hustle? Do you have a plan for those things? Have you worked it into your schedule to be able to touch each of those things as the week progresses, as the day progresses, as the month progresses? Did you really map out in your mind, on paper, on your phone, digitally, wherever? Did you create some sort of schedule for that? That's how you lay the foundation for all things in your life, including spirituality. Because sometimes people will say, well, spirituality and real life are two different things. They are not. They are two sides of the same coin. If you don't have one together, the other one is kind of lacking as well. This is what Seker is asking you to do. Seker is asking you to look deeply into whatever it is that you're doing, so that you can come to very clear, concise decisions on if this thing is in your path or if it's not. Because if you are in total alignment with all of the areas that are important to you in your life, if somebody comes to you with, oh yeah, there's this really great Bitcoin, NFT, whatever it is, and it sounds great, right? But is it in your path? Is this what you're supposed to be doing? The only way you'll know is if you are already in tune with your path and what you're supposed to do. That is what Seker is asking of you, to really look deeply. And most of us don't do that. In fact, if you really read through the Meduniter, you will see that Seker evolves as people mature, as they get older. Because you saw the image. This is a seated hawk. So a hawk, it goes for its prey, right? It spies from the sky that little whatever it is, and it goes down for the kill. but it has to be still and focused. Yes, it's flying, but it's not doing a whole lot of flapping. It does a lot of gliding, right? So it's very perceptive. And the mind is moving, it's calculating to go and get that little thing. The same thing is happening within us as we utilize that sacred energy. It is still a hawk. It is still a bird of prey, but it is seated. So all of that energy is focused and directed to a specific thing. Seker is one-pointed. It is focused. It is disciplined. It is organized. It is pretty much like this. It locks in and goes for it, right? So the energy of Seker can very much close your vision so you don't see what's over there. Because at this point of the evolutionary cycle, you need to focus. You need to get yourself honed in so that you know what you're doing and you get it done. That is the energy of Seker. So some people will be like, oh, wait, that's a limitation. It's not. Because imagine if you are studying for, a ballet. Are you focused on trying to become the best, video gamer ever? No, because you're focused. When you're in school, well, maybe that's not the best example, but let's go with it. If you're in school and you really want to get your diploma, your bachelor's, your master's, your PhD, you're focused. You're really like, let me get this stuff done because you got a timeline here, right? That's the energy of Seker. So anything that needs the energy of concentrated focus, that is where Seker lives. See, that's the other thing. Seker sometimes likes to jump in and I could do that too. Because Seker, down in the first triad, he likes to imitate others. So there are times when you can appear to be focused, but that's a good game that you're putting out there to the world. And that's another story, But I just wanted to mention that there, again, are levels. So sometimes you can fool yourself thinking that you're doing it because, yes, you've put the schedule together. Yes, you've allocated time to all of these things. But in reality, it's on paper, but you're not doing it. So that would be a bit of Seker creeping into your Seker. So you're playing a good game, you wrote it down, but you're not doing it. Seker is actually writing it, putting the thought and the plans and the ideas and executing. Okay, so what if you have Seker in a relationship? What does that look like? Child, that is going to be a serious relationship, meaning the focus of that relationship is not about fun and enjoying and you guys running around and being romantic with one another. Seker in a relationship reading is not that. Seker is, what is the purpose of this relationship? What did we come here together for? Did we come together to bring enlightenment to each other and also to those around us, that we are an example of what a devoted couple to spirituality, to Christianity, to our temple, whatever it is that what we came together for? Because that is what you're going to do. So that type of relationship may be dry, if you would call it that, but it'll be steady, it'll be satisfying, it will be stoic. These types of energies and feelings. Another thing to look at is the age of the people in the relationship, because if you hear somebody saying, oh yeah, they have like a really separate relationship, and they're like 80 years old, well, of course, they're at that stage. So they have a routine. They always go bowling on Friday nights, and they always sit down and watch whatever show on Tuesday nights. And every Monday they have this for dinner. They have a routine that they're very comfortable with because they've established this over decades of being together, being married, you know? That is also a Seker relationship. Could be the stage that they're in, because that aspect of that relationship, that twee-tweeness, the joy, the sweet, the harmony, the romantic stage, that has passed because their organs just don't work like that anymore. Or they just don't want to do that because they've done it already, and now they're into something else. They're going into another phase of their relationship. So if somebody says, oh, let's do a reading, and they get Seker Hetepu or Seker 2 or Ser 2 on the relationship, both Seker and Oser in the upper triad, if you are looking for, no, that relationship, that reading is not going to be what you want. So again, you need to really be mindful of what you're looking for when you see a Seker reading on the table. Say you get a Seker for your career or for job hunting or something along those lines. You know you have to be focused, really focused on that job, that career, that job search, because it may take a lot of work, it may take a lot of research, it may take a lot of your time and attention to get the thing that you're looking for. It's not a no, it is the energy through which you do or look for that which you want. So in a career reading, it may be you might need to make a job out of looking for a job. Okay? That's what a Seker reading would look like. So if you get Seker Hetepu on finding a job, get up as if you already have a job at whatever time, 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 7 in the morning, whatever it is. Get yourself together, have your breakfast, pack your lunch, whatever it is that you do, your normal schedule if you had a job, you do that. You have copies of your resume or digitized versions of your resume. You research agencies, companies, whatever it is, what industry you're looking for, you research and you print off or have it on your phone where you're going to visit that day. And every single day, Monday through Friday, or whatever your traditional work schedule or your work schedule is, you will go out every day looking. So every day you have to have a list of new places to go to or revisiting certain places. This is your job. That is a Seker reading. It is a lot of work. That is what a Seker reading is. And it doesn't need to be hard work. It could be repetitive, but doing the same thing, but looking specifically for what you want. Just like that hawk is flying through the air, seeking and looking for prey, is the same thing that you're doing every evening or whatever point of the day that you do your research. You are searching and looking for that thing, for your prey. That is a Seker reading. So wherever you have Seker in your life, that is what you hook into and utilize for that reading. It is affiliated with Saturn. The number is 13. The color is this beautiful dark indigo. And this is actually a piece of beautiful Seker material that was made in Osiris years ago. And I kept it because I love it. And I love Seker. What else can I tell you about Seker? I think that was it. So if you have any questions, any other thoughts, or any other scenarios in which Seker may come up that you want me to go into, put some comments below and I will answer it. My favorite deity of all. I'll end with this. If you think Seker is cold and impersonal, that is the face of it. They tend to be more reserved and cool feeling. But within, once you get to know somebody with that Seker energy, they are usually quite fired up inside. It's just they don't utilize that energy outwardly usually. It's within to get their stuff done. They use that energy as their engine. But here it might be cooler, might be more reserved. So don't be put off by people who exude Seker energy a lot, whether it's in their incarnation, whether it's the clan that they're in, whether it's their yearly reading or some other Seker placement. Maybe they have a Seker reading for work, but they're actually in the Hetepu clan, where they're laughing and jovial, but as soon as they get into work, that turns off and they turn into this other person. You're like, what the heck happened? This is how it works. Wherever that Seker energy is, that energy will come out in the person, even if the person has a different kind of energy. And they're not bipolar. They're just flowing with the energies that they naturally have with them. So just wanted to leave you with that. Love you so much. Thank you so much for sticking around and liking my videos, watching my videos, sharing my videos, commenting, and just being beautiful, wonderful, dynamic stars. Each and every one of you, I thank you, I appreciate you, and I wish you the best day whenever you watch this video. The best day, the best evening, the best night, the best early morning. Love and kisses.